Hello Year 3, I hope you're all safe and well and that you've enjoyed the Easter break. This week we're going to do some work around expanded noun phrases. Before we get started building some great expanded noun phrases, we need to remind ourselves of some very important pieces of vocabulary and grammar that we'll need to use to make those noun phrases. So our first piece of grammar that we'll need to remind ourselves of is what a determiner is. Now these are used to introduce a noun to show which one or how many. Here's some examples of some determiners. So you've got a, our, their, the, his. Now I've given Jack's as an example, but any name could do. So I could do Miss Clayton's, so long as I have my apostrophe with an S at the end to show that it belongs to somebody. I've also given you the number 3. Now again, you could use any number you want. It could be 3, 4, 6, 20, 200, whatever it could be. Depends on what the sentence is about. Our next bit of grammar is a noun. Now we talk about nouns all the time. So a noun is a thing, person, place, or an idea that we are writing about. So here you go, some more ideas. So table, cat, tree, car, socks. Again, I've given you the name Tom, but you could use any name at all. And an adjective. These describe the noun in the sentence. If you use more than one of these, you need to separate them by a comma. So here my noun is leaves, and I've chosen beautiful and green. Both of them are adjectives, but because I've used 2, I've got the comma in the middle between those 2 adjectives. So here's some more examples. Again, we need to make sure that whichever adjective we choose matches and makes sense with what we're actually doing. So I can't have something that is small and big because those 2 are the opposite. So we can't describe the one thing as being small and big. Okay, so these are 3 things that we need to remember today. Determiner, noun, adjective. If you get stuck or you forget what one of these means, you can always skip back to this part of the video, remind yourself, and then carry on with the lesson. Okay, so to write an expanded noun phrase, we need a determiner, an adjective, followed by a comma, another adjective, and a noun. This is what we're going to be focusing on today. So this type of expanded noun phrase where we're adding 2 adjectives to describe that noun. So my determiner I've chosen is the. I've chosen 2 adjectives of beautiful and yellow. I've separated them by a comma, and then I've chosen my noun of a bird. So my noun phrase would be the beautiful yellow bird. Now, you'll notice it doesn't have a capital letter or a full stop. This isn't a complete sentence. It's only a part of a sentence, so the phrase doesn't have to have a capital letter or a full stop until we add more information. Now, if I start a sentence with the beautiful yellow bird and then carried on, then the would need a capital. But at the moment, I'm just writing a noun phrase, so I don't need to worry about that. Now that we've reminded ourselves of what we need to write an expanded noun phrase, let's have a go at writing some about these pictures. We've done expanded noun phrases lots and lots this year, so I'm hoping that you can really impress me with some of your ideas. Okay, so our first picture is this one here. We've got this young girl, we've got a ship in the background, she's holding a lantern, looks like she's above some water. So, determiners you might use are the, her, or a. You could use lots and lots more, again, if you need to go back to the other slide and have a look at some of your options of which determiners you could use. But they're just a few which you might use for this one. Noun, now again, you might think of some other nouns, but I've just given you a couple. So you've got the girl, you've got the ship in the background, the water, the mist that's kind of all over the picture. You might call this clouds instead, but I would say it's mist if it's above the water. You've got the lamp in her hand, her dress, her lovely long hair. You could even talk about her headdress there, her little crown, or the sky. Again, there's lots more things you could talk about. They're just a few that I've chosen. Okay, and some adjectives now. So, I've chosen words like creepy, eerie, misty, ghostly, pale, white, clean, dark, and foggy. Now again, make sure that whatever adjectives you choose, they need to make sense. So clean and white, I've chosen to describe her dress. Probably wouldn't use that to describe the ship because that is neither clean nor is it white. So make sure it makes sense. Okay, So mine expanded noun phrase I'm going to do, I'm going to use the determiner of the. I'm going to use ghostly young girl. So that's my expanded noun phrase for this picture. Now I could do lots more if I wanted to. I don't have to just talk about the girl, I could talk about the ship or the mist or whatever noun I want to talk about. So pause the video now and have a go at writing an expanded noun phrase or a few about this picture. Okay, on to our next one then. So this picture now, we've got a fantastic picture of a dragon. So again, determiner. So we've got the, its, many, a, or a number this time. So you could do the 4 legs with the 2 wings. It's up to you really. Okay, a noun. So obviously we've got the dragon. We've got the scales on its body, the cliff that it stood on, the mountains in the background, the trees in the foreground here, its lovely huge wings, its legs, its tail, and anything else that you can think of really. You could talk about its eyes, its teeth, its claws, but they're just a few that I've chosen. So again, some adjectives that I've chosen for you. So strong, colourful, pale, gigantic, fire-breathing, spiky, tall, proud. So there's a few that I've chosen for you. So think about pale, wouldn't really describe the top of his wings, but underneath his wings or its chest, you might use that there. Make sure you choose a word which makes sense. Okay, so mine, I've chosen its strong, spiky tail. So I want to describe this part. So it's strong, spiky tail. Okay, pause the video now and have a go at this picture. So we had a go together. I've given you some examples. So now it's your turn to have a go. So for the next few pictures, I won't be doing an example. I will give you a picture and remind what you need, but it's over to you. So your first picture is this one of our lovely little lion cub. So make sure you include a determiner, an adjective followed by a comma, another adjective, and a noun. Don't forget the comma after the first adjective. Again, you could write a couple for this. You might talk about the actual lion cub itself, the eyes, the ears, the claws, its teeth, its whiskers, whatever you want to write about for that picture. Pause here and get writing. Okay, picture number 2. So I've given you a lovely mountain scene now. So you've got your mountains, the snow, the sky, the trees, lots of different nouns you could talk about there. Again, determiner, adjective, adjective, noun. Don't forget your comma. Pause now and have a go at this picture. Our third picture. So here we've got some elephants, a silhouette of some elephants, and some trees in the distance. You've got some grass just up close, some birds in the sky. You can see the sun, but it's covered by the clouds. So lots and lots that you could describe in this one. Pause now and have a go at this picture as well. Okay, so well done for writing some interesting expanded noun phrases. Look after these as we'll be using them in our next English lesson this week to extend them into full sentences. See you soon!